Hey guys, it's been a little bit. Ryan from Coldsploitation.com here, and I wanted to talk about My Grandpa is a Vampire today from Severin Films. So the first thing you'll notice is that this stars Al Lewis. You'll know him best from The Munsters, playing the beloved Grandpa Munster. Here he kind of reprises his same role. He is still a vampire. He is still a grandpa. In this case, though, he's an ailing older grandfather whose grandson comes to visit him in New Zealand. And the film kind of goes into the process of his grandson finding out that he's dying, and eventually he does end up dying and comes back to life as the vampire. So the film deals a lot with grief from a kid's perspective, so understanding what happens and what it means to die, and then also that grief that you want that person to come back to life. And in this case, my grandpa is a vampire, he literally does. Now, I'd say this movie is pretty good for kids. It does have a little bit of like adult humor at times. There is a weird little like pedophilic moment to it at some point, but we won't really talk about that too much. It is a fun movie, but it does have pacing issues towards the middle half where it doesn't really have an antagonist, so there's not too much conflict that's happening within the movie. If you're a fan of Al Lewis and you like his kindly demeanor, you're probably going to enjoy My Grandpa is a Vampire specifically for that, because he does do a fantastic job in this movie. But if you're looking for like a solid plot, I would say that My Grandpa is a Vampire is kind of lacking on that front. I said at the beginning of this video that this was a Severin Films release, but truly it's a Severin Kids Blu-ray. A couple years ago, they broke off into a sub-label called Severin Kids that they were focusing mainly on kids releases and sometimes arguably kids releases, but the first one that they released was When the Wind Blows, and then they went on to The Peanut Butter Solution and a couple others. They petered off, came back with My Grandpa is a Vampire. On this release, they've given My Grandpa is a Vampire a new 2K scan of the original camera negative with the director's approval as well. What you'll notice is that it has a lot of blue and red lighting to it that kind of gives it a very nostalgic feel, like almost like a Halloween haunted house feel at times. Handled very well by the scan. The one thing that you'll notice is that there is sometimes some clumpier grain, especially in like atmospheric lighting, things like that. But I think for the most part, this is a very high quality Blu-ray, and you won't notice any like major encoding issues or anything like that. Audio sounds great with a DTS 5.1 and 2.0 track. There's no issues there, and English subtitles are included. There's also a new audio commentary with the director and screenwriter. Al Lewis's wife provides an interview, and also Daniel Roebuck, the new Grandpa Munster in the Munsters remake from Rob Zombie, gives an interview as well. Another great thing about this release is that it comes with an essay booklet featuring some writing about the film and then an interview with Al Lewis's wife.